Howdy guys, Bookie Laura here. I'm today bringing you, ironically I think, the biggest book haul that I've ever done. I think it's the biggest book haul I've ever done. I really don't know. And trust me when I say that the irony of the fact that I'm doing this shortly after having done a discussion video on how much I hate big book hauls, the irony of that is not lost on me, but I'm going to just do it anyway. Because why not? I still think by comparison my book haul is very small, but anyway, moving on. Basically, the reason I've decided to do a book haul is that recently, just on my shelf, I have a shelf where I put new books as and when they come in, and it was starting to get a bit hefty. So I thought, you know what, and there were so many books I was excited about that I wanted to talk about. So I'm going to do these in the order I received them. So the first one is The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin. This is a book that I received as an ARC. I can't remember when it's due out. Oh, the 8th of March. Ooh, missed that. But the story just sounded amazing. If you knew the day you were going to die, how would you choose to live? And I think the concept of that really intrigued me. And then when it arrived, the cover is beautiful as well. So I'm really looking forward to reading that. I'm going to read it after middle grade March, but it is one that I'm hoping to pick up quite soon because it looks awesome. I think the idea of it sounds amazing. I received that as an ARC. Then I picked up on eBay a copy of Brick Lane by Monica Ali. Now this is obviously missing its dust jacket. That may be part of the reason it was so cheap on eBay, but it's a book that's going to be read as part of the Feminist Orchestra book club on Goodreads, which I will try and leave a link to. I became aware of them, I think, I want to say the start of last year, but it might have been even longer ago than that. But I became aware of them through Jacob Tanner's channel, and feminism is something that I really feel strongly about, and when I saw that they were restarting the book group, I was like, yes, I need to get involved. Unfortunately, the first book was really difficult to get hold of, but I have managed to get this. I mean, what month are we on? March, April, so I think this is the May-June book, so I'll be joining in with that in May/June. Looks like quite a chunky read, mind you. Another book that I picked up recently, which I bought on eBay, was Replica by Lauren Oliver. I bought this because I was sent a copy of Ringer, which is the second book in the series, and I just thought, I ain't going to read the first book if I haven't read this. Wait there. I'm not going to read the second book if I haven't read the first one, so I managed to pick that up on eBay quite cheap, and really excited about it because I loved Lauren Oliver. I loved the, whatever the series was called. The one about love. I want to say Pandemonium, but I feel like that was the last book. Delirium. I love that series, so I'm quite excited to read something else by her. Then I received in the post Phillip Pullman's Grimm Tales. This was gifted to me by Graham Quigley, who just was making a video, and he said in it, I've got a copy of this book if anyone wants it, and I was super excited because it's a book that I've been meaning to pick up for a really long time. The only downside of that is that he wasn't overly enamoured with it, and that makes me a little bit nervous that maybe I won't enjoy it as much as I think I do. I think for me, I just want to read the kind of real versions of these fairy tales. I hear they're gross and horrific and disturbing, and I like a bit of disturbing. And then the final three books which I'm going to talk about all came at the same time. Two of them are new releases and one is not. So we'll go with the one that's not first. So first off is Nevermore, The Trials of Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. It was a book that I became aware of, I think, through BookTube or just through that kind of middle grade-y thing. And it kind of, the cover, I mean, I can't even remember what it says it's about, but the cover reminded me or made me think of a kind of girl Harry Potter, I think. It just sounded right up my street. I love middle grade, and I thought it was a really cool book, and I'm really looking forward to adding it to my class collection when I've read it. So I might get around to that in part of middle grade March, but my reading has slowed right down recently, so maybe not. Then I've picked up, and I'm really excited about this, a copy of Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This, obviously everybody knows this book is coming out, but I think the reason I really got excited about it was when I saw Beautifully Bookish Bethany did a review of it, and she absolutely raved about it. And I think I kind of got the idea it was going to be good, but there was a lot of hype around it, which was putting me off. But when she said she loved it, I really trust her opinion, so that kind of like was the thing that tipped me over the edge. And one of my goals was to be more aware of new books, so this is part of my attempt to make sure I'm more up to date with the books that are coming out, and I'm really, really excited about it. And then the final book, which I picked up, was A Witch Alone by James Nicol. Last year I read, oh no, it might have been this year that I read it, but I read The Apprentice Witch, which is the first book in the series, and I absolutely loved it. I think I gave it 5 stars. I really loved it, so it wouldn't surprise me. And it basically just follows the tale of a witch who ain't very good, and her sort of job as she becomes an apprentice and all the stuff that that entails. I really enjoyed it. I fell absolutely in love with the main character. She's so relatable, and there was something about her I just adored, and I'm really, really excited to see how her adventures sort of continue. So I'm really looking forward to reading that. There is one book that is not in this haul, but I am going to mention it because I don't think I'll be doing a haul again for a long time, and that is Obsidio by Amie, Kauffman and Kristoff. It's the 3rd book in the Illuminae files, and I think it's the final. I think it was a trilogy. But anyway, I'm uber excited about it. I've really enjoyed reading the Illuminae files. I think the novelty factor gets you into them, the fact that it's formatted really differently, but actually the story's really good, and I'm really excited to see how that continues. So, oof. For someone who doesn't like big book hauls, here's my big book haul. An absolute mountain of books, which I now realise are all upside down, which is, that's just the way I roll. I just like to do things a little bit differently, but it's really heavy, so I'm going to put it down. And I'm not going to bother picking it back up with them all in the right order. Whoa, nearly dropped them. If you've read any of them, let me know, and all that jazz. It's really heavy. I'm going now. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.